Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. To start with, let me say that for the record, I'm in absolute full agreement with the remarks that the chairman made in his opening statement on all the subjects that he covered. I'm glad we're discussing this important subject here today. I wish we'd have had time to had a Ukrainian witness here who could testify as to the horrors, although most of it, that's all been publicized, and I understand where time's always an issue, and I'm like the chairman, I'd like to have had somebody here from the Defense Department to talk to us about why they think they don't have to comply with the laws that we passed. Doesn't make sense, but we're not done with that yet. I'm sure they know that. The atrocities Putin has committed in Ukraine very quickly rose to the level of genocide after Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 22. In fact, this committee passed my resolution last Congress labeling the despicable crimes against Ukrainians as such. Russian forces have deliberately targeted civilians and civilian infrastructure in their campaign to erase Ukraine off the map. One of the most egregious and blatant crimes was the Russian bombing of a maternity hospital in Mariupol last March. Countless civilians have been killed in their own beds. The international community must remain steadfast in documenting and prosecuting Putin's war crimes. The vast range of these crimes requires a multi-pronged response with a variety of jurisdictions to cover every aggressor, from the master planners to the foot soldiers. I welcome the ICC's recent decision to issue arrest warrants for Putin and the Russian Commissioner for Children's Rights for their despicable roles in the deportation of hundreds of thousands of Ukrainians to Russia, in particular children. The filtration camps where Russia is detaining, interrogating, and torturing Ukrainian citizens before transferring them into Russia are particularly depraved as Russians steal Ukrainian children away from their families by the thousands. Beyond the ICC's work, the Office of the Ukrainian Prosecutor General has recorded over 85,000 potential war crimes, as the chairman noted. It's important that Ukraine exercise its jurisdiction over crimes it can prosecute domestically. I'm proud that the United States has provided essential assistance for the documentation of the war crimes, and this committee is going to see that that is enforced in our oversight capacity. We cannot allow Putin and his cronies to get away with the vicious crimes they are committing. Impunity is not an option. I look forward to hearing from you, Ambassador, on the different avenues to pursue justice, as well as what else the United States can do to increase its support for accountability for the Ukrainian people. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.